Arthur Fantastic here, everybody, here with the middleweight champion, Ross Turbo Levine, wearing a Gorilla Blanco shirt, fellow super fan of Karate Combat. Want to ask some questions. For people who don't know who you are, give them a little taste of the credentials.
Yeah, so Ross Levine, Turbo, from Brooklyn, New York originally. I live in Rhode Island now. Did sport karate my whole life. Yeah, live Italians up there. Couple two tree Italians.
Tree.
Yeah. So I did sport karate my whole life. Grew up with a lot of these guys here. We're at the Waco U.S. Nationals, so it's cool to be back here. And then, I started kickboxing a little later in life, around 26, 27. Had a bunch of amateur fights, just fell in love with it. It was different, unique, challenged my body a lot more. Started doing amateur kickboxing, made my pro debut, signed with Glory. COVID hit. And then Karate Combat was an option. Okay. So we're like, all right, let's move into Karate Combat. Again, something different, something new. And I've been riding with Karate Combat ever since. So yeah, that's kind of the abridged version.
I love it. I hope that you guys have kept up so far. Okay. Middleweight champion. Almost was a heavyweight champion too. Two weight classes up against Sam Alliott at KC 43 in Las Vegas. I was there for that one. That was amazing fight.
Thank you.
I was like spam the switch kick to the body.
Yeah. I tried. He's a tough dude. He's big.
He was. Okay, so here are some questions. I think that a lot of Discord members are talking about, a lot of the Karate Combat fans are talking about. There's a big discussion right now on thigh kicks. Right? They're illegal right now. Calf kicks are okay. Obviously, kicks to the body everywhere else is all right. Well, the discussion is, is this going to eliminate, the karate range? We were talking about range today, so I just thought it would be a good topic for you to discuss with you. What are your thoughts on thigh kicks?
So, I love thigh kicks. I came from, a kickboxing background where that was one of my favorite weapons. One of my mentors, Bazooka Joe Baltellini, is world renowned for his ability to break people down with the low kick.
Yeah, it's true.
So I love it. I love it as a tool, as a weapon, as a way to stop people from boxing, as a way to sap someone's energy. So as it's a great technique. However, when you eliminate it, it does force you to learn how to close the gap in different ways. So, I don't really look at it like, oh, we should be able to use this or we shouldn't be able to use that. It's all about, this is the rule set. How do I maximize and create a meta for the rule set? Without thigh kicks, you have to learn how to attack the calf properly.
That's true.
And then you have to find a way to bridge the gap into that A range, B range, and learn how to absorb, especially with little gloves.
Yes.
So it's different. It's different, but I like it.
He's talking about A range, B range. This is a topic that we've discussed in the seminar. Have you discussed it in your videos online or anything?
A little bit. Just close to far, A to D. That's basically what we're up there.
Yeah, he's divvied up the ranges into 4 classes, and each range moving away A, B, C, D. I definitely see the reason and their reasoning for originally taking out thigh kicks, especially with calf kicks are really the new meta in MMA. Though thigh kicks, leg kicks are always going to be just useful. I definitely see it being something that will help karateka develop their calf kicks to be more effective in the pit.
Correct. I agree.
Okay. I'm glad that we're around.
There you go.
World champion is agreeing with me, guys. Everyone, okay. I'm a proponent sometimes to say, let the kicks happen, but I like the idea that this is a rule set. I'm going to play by the rule set and do the best that I can.
It's different. It forces you to do different things. Otherwise, it just looks like MMA in a pit.
Yeah.
Which is what a lot of people in the Discord are like trying to say, like, don't add this, don't add that. Just keep it what it is.
Right.
I understand there's a side to everything, right?
Yes.
And all of them, there's no right or wrong answer. I think they're all right answers. So I like that it's different. I love that it's different. That's what attracted me to Karate Combat, and I would like for certain things to kind of stay out, because otherwise there's no reason to fight for Karate Combat, right?
It'd just be an MMA.
It's just the same thing, yeah, exactly.
I agree. Okay, so that's my first question. Got 2 more. Next question, another rule, the recent rule change, really, of the eliminating the 5-second rule. I like it. I like the whole argument they had given, which I'll make it short, sweet. Basically, people were going fetal on the ground, and they weren't just using it basically like a clinch, but like less effective. Like at least in a clinch, you're trying to control your opponent, right? In fetal position, you're just
Yeah.
taking it in the face.
Well, it was like for people who didn't know how to protect themselves on the
Right.
ground. It's like, well, I can survive for 5 seconds. Let me just absorb, and then I can get back up.
Yes.
Which I don't agree with. I think that should be. I like the reasoning behind eliminating the 5 seconds. There's pros and cons.
Yes,
So
that's
I'm assuming the question was, what do you think about it?
Yeah, what do you think about it?
Okay, so I'll give you both sides. You should be able to get up.
I agree.
That's number one. Because if this was real, right? Professional fighting is a simulation, right? Of course, it's not a street fight where I can't poke you in the eyes and grab your throat and kick you in the groin, stuff like that.
Re-stomp the groin.
But it's close enough to a fight where I should be able to protect myself in all scenarios, right? That's what they say. Referee says protect yourself at all times.
Yeah.
So if I have the inability to get up, I should be punished for that.
I agree.
Right. So number one, learn how to get up, keep yourself safe, get back to a standing position to either continue the fight or move and rest and whatever. What I don't like about it is it forces the referee to now insert themselves more into the fight, which for the long-term success of an organization, in my opinion, is a bad thing.
Yeah, a lot of discretion is given to the referee.
And that's not their job. You know, the referee's job is to keep the fighters safe and to initiate a penalty when there's a foul.
Yes.
That's it. That's all they should be doing. Referees should be very hands-off. A good referee in a good fight, when everything goes great, is very quiet. Mark Goddard says it all the time. I don't want to say anything.
Right.
You know, I want to step back, let you guys do your thing, and keep you guys safe. And
Shout out to Mark Goddard from the middleweight
he's the
champ.
man. Mark's the man. All the refs at Karate Combat are great. But when you have, so with the grounded rules, you know, there's a couple things you can't do, like putting both knees on the ground, stuff like that.
Yeah. I like that. I like that too.
Yeah, agreed. But the 5 seconds was the objective part.
Right.
It's like whatever it is, it's 5 seconds, done, referee steps in, breaks us up, and we're good. That was very firm, and everyone can hear it. It's very easy to follow.
Yeah, it's up on the speaker, it's counting down, we all know.
Now, there's so many subjective things.
What's a scramble? What's static?
Right. When are they trying to attack? When are they trying to get position? You know, like how long are we going to do those things? Every fight has the potential to look different. Every exchange has the potential to look different, and that's not good for long-term success of a league in the rule set. So, unless they really get down, and again, the only thing
really train their refs or something.
The only thing that we need is time.
Yes.
You know, the more time that goes by, the more we'll see how it evolves. And the good thing about Karate Combat is we voted on a rule change.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can vote it back.
Yeah, and we can vote back. I love the ability that the fans have to affect the entire promotion and the way that the fighters fight. I mean, I agree that the fighters need to be able to stand up. I like the 5 seconds because it was objective, but I just didn't like that there was, like, because, you know, the karateka going fetal is just like...
Sure.
It just seems so incomplete of a style of fighting,
Yeah.
and I think that there are many paths to stand up, and in the kickback where the fights were actually under that rule set, they were all pretty exciting. You know what I mean?
But you also saw immediately
Yeah.
some confusion already.
Yeah, exactly.
What's a legal technique? What's not? So, you know, my proposal initially when they presented this was keep the 5 seconds, but ground and pound should be worth more on the scoring criteria.
Oh, okay, I get.
So now, because before the ground and pound was pretty low on the criteria. It's all about dynamic kicking, dynamic punching, damage, ring control, pick control, and then ground and pound was at the bottom.
Yeah.
But if you're not defending yourself, you convert that to a higher scoring criteria. And I would say to keep the 5 seconds because it's objective, it's easy to follow. But if you can't protect yourself or get up, well, you're going to lose because of this.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
So that's just an option. But you know, it's one of those things where, like I said before, we have the ability to vote it back. How many times have you ever done something and be like, this sounds like a great idea, and then you do it, you're like, that was probably not the best thing. So, you know, the only thing we have is time. We're going to see how the next couple events go, and you know, the great thing about Karate Combat is that people have the control.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to the next one, seeing how this continues to play out.
Shout out Mexico City.
Yeet.
Sick main event.
I'm actually working on getting my passport so I can start
Nice.
going to places where the KFC. I love Karate Combat so much.
It's cool. It's different.
I won the giveaway.
Oh, so sick.
To the Las Vegas one, and that's why. And I've been watching before that, but I was part of the Discord. I was involved. But then I got that giveaway. I'm like, I'm all in now.
Nice, man.
I'm all in. You hear that, guys? I'm all in. Anything you wanted to say before I give in that last question?
No, go for it. I think we're hitting all the right points there.
All right. What are your thoughts moving forward in Karate Combat? Now that we're talking about time and everything like that, what are your thoughts on Karate Combat going forward? Is there any fights that you're looking forward or matchups?
For myself.
Yeah, we were discussing on Discord. You know what I mean? I know
Yeah,
we were looking
yeah.
for who's going to give this the taste to the fans. Who do they want?
So right now,
2, 3, 4. I don't know.
So the tricky part right now is the middleweight division is not super developed, right? So if you look at
Can
the
I call
rank,
you the Italian stallion?
I'm not Italian.
Dang, okay.
Yeah, no,
Well,
I'm
ethnically, what are you?
I'm Jewish.
Jewish. Okay. All right.
I look Italian.
I'm
My
really-
wife's Italian, so I got a little
Oh,
bit.
you can do a little bit. All right.
But,
You live in
yeah,
Brooklyn.
that's
You can talk like
that's
this.
True.
You know what I mean?
I can get away with it.
And I mean, there's a bunch of.
I watched The Sopranos.
I watched The Sopranos. A bunch of Yahudim, the Jews in Brooklyn. You know what I'm talking about?
For
I
sure.
learned a little bit of Hebrew.
There you go.
I know how to count to 10. Right.
That's it. Right, better than me.
Shetayim, Shilosh. Okay. All right.
So yeah, I think we're talking about the next opponents. If we look at the middleweight division, it's a little underdeveloped right now. They're trying to bring some more, but again, they have to climb the ranks. There's really only one fighter in the middleweight division who's active that is even in a position to challenge for the title, and even then, it would be an early fight for him. But it's Adrian Hadribia, the Eagle.
Okay.
Adrian had a short notice fight against Sasha Palatnikov. A lot of people thought he was going to lose.
Yeah.
If Sasha had won, he probably would have been next in line for a title. That would have been his second win in a row.
Okay.
But Adrian won. And then I believe he had an injury that he had to take care of. And then he was supposed to fight on the Vegas show. For whatever reason, he was challenging down to fight Raymond Daniels.
Oh, okay.
And had a hard time making weight at 170.
I can imagine.
So it was a catch weight, and he had a hard time making weight. So, the only thing next is, hey man, 170 is not for you. Come back to 85. I'll give you a title shot right away because I want to be active.
Oh.
So that's where I stand. It's like I'm just trying to get fights because you can't give a newcomer a title shot right away.
Right.
You gotta have at least 1 or 2 fights.
I agree. I would love to see some. What was his name? Didn't he announce for a little bit Luke Rockhold?
Oh, sure,
Wasn't
yeah.
he talking about getting into? He's been away.
He was, yeah. Luke was talking about that for a little bit. They were talking about Darren Till. They talked about Luke Rockhold. Then Sam Alvey signed, even Antonio Arroyo. Like, we offered fights for everyone in the 205 division. Sam Alvey was the only one to take it.
Wow.
So that's why that became a title fight. There were 2 other fighters that were in line for a title, and when they turned down the fight with me and Sam took it, we're like, well, Vegas, we need a title fight. So see you guys back in the line.
Vegas
and that's
is a
what
good
happened.
place.
So, I'm not opposed to going back to 205. There's a couple fights that I think make sense. Adam Ramos, we both lost to Sam, so that would be a decent fight. I'm happy to fight Ashraf Uchen. I'm happy to fight Yuji Yen. I'm happy to fight Antonio Arroyo, although I think Arroyo is in line for a title fight. I think that would be the next one for him.
Okay.
But, I'm willing to do what I need to do to be active. I would love to stay at 185. I would love for them to develop the middleweight division. I think middleweights across the board are the best athletes. We have the perfect size and frame, and it's exciting. So I want to see the middleweight division develop. So that's where I would like to stay. But I want to get active, man. I want to challenge myself and fight some of the best.
He wants to fight right now, not me though.
I like the Discord. I'm the only active fighter on the Discord.
That's true. He's on there all the time,
hell?
guys. So if you're not on the Discord,
missing out. You guys should be
missing
chatting
out.
with me all the time.
yeah, right, for real. I just want to say, absolute star in the middleweight division, absolute gent and a classy guy.
Appreciate that.
The $50 for a 2-hour seminar. I mean, this
Not
guy's
bad.
world champion, and he's giving it away for free, basically, here at the Waco Nationals in Orlando, Florida. Okay, so parting words of wisdom for our fans.
Yeah, well, first of all, I appreciate you guys so much. I would be absolutely nothing if I didn't have a type of fan base. So a lot of this stuff goes out. My performances are really to entertain you guys and make you happy. Of course, it's nice to get a paycheck, but it's really cool for me to have a passion that other people enjoy watching. You know, it's one thing if I was just like passionate about crocheting, but you're not going to sit and watch me crochet,
no.
right? So
Unless
like,
it's the end product.
so like I work crazy hard to build this craft that I really love, and then go out and test myself in front of all these people who are just like genuinely loving what I do. And what I will say is I'm super fortunate where I would say across the board in fight sports, you'll talk to fighters all the time, and it's like when you win, everyone's there. When you lose, everyone disappears.
Yeah, it's true.
After my last fight, I really found out how much my fan base cares about me because my phone did not stop. I still get people like, man, your fight with Sam was incredible.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And you know, I truly, that to me is like the biggest pat on the back because it shows me I'm doing the right things and I'm entertaining you guys. So I really appreciate everybody's support. So thank you guys. Keep following me. I promise I'm going to keep getting better and we're going to keep tackling more wins.
All right. And I'm not making fun of you. I actually say shalom all the time at the end of my video, so I'm not
Shalom.
making shalom, shalom. Stay blessed, stay up, locked and loaded, guys. Stay aware, and thank you for watching. We'll see you soon.